Hey, what's happening, guys? Today we're going to take a look at a super simple board that's just using an LM317 and a couple of resistors to set the voltage. There's nothing special here, but it is a concept that I want to reinforce in the minds of the students. Now, if you want to see something that is cool, however, check this out. I hit the right buttons here, right? Now, I can write. Yeah, you can read my cursive. This is Frank. Thanks. Oh, well, I don't write very well, do I? Thanks to Steve S. for sending this. This is very cool. So let's talk a little bit about what we're doing here. Okay, guys, so bear with me while I try to learn how to use my new graphics pad. Okay, so right here, I'm going to start here. This is just a 2-pin 0.1-inch header connector that I'm using to connect all these modules together. And then over here, we have the LM317. And here, that's the magic part. That's what makes the 317 work. It's simply a place where we can put a resistor here and a resistor here. So that what we're doing is we're going to create a voltage divider. Right here we have, whoops, I keep forgetting I have to select my pen. Woo. I'm getting used to this. So you can see we have R1 here, and then we have R2 here. So if you know your voltage divider equation, all right, let's clear that out. Let's see if we can do this right. Ready? Here we go. So your voltage divider equation is R1 divided by R2 plus, I'm having a little hard time, plus R2. Yeah, R1 divided by R2 plus R2. That's your voltage divider equation. And the reason that's important is because here in the LM317, whatever is going on here at this point that feeds back into here, the LM317 is going to make this, the output, 1.25 volts higher. See where you're going with this already? So basically what I'm saying is, whatever voltage you want this to be, subtract 1.25 volts from it and put that voltage right there. So why have we done it like this? Well, let's go on and take a look at the PCB drawing. So here's our board laid out as we want. We have our incoming voltage here, and this will plug in. We have our outgoing voltage over here, and you can see our grounds are kind of running straight through there. Then we have a place for resistor R1 here. This is not connected. R2 here, point where they connect, of course, feeds back to the regulator, but also I put a test point here so that the students can read it. Right? Okay. Let's take a look at a 3D render of this then. All right, so this should give you an idea of what the board itself is going to look like. We have our input here, output here, place for our 2 resistors, and then there's our test point where our person can test everything out. I don't know why that's in upside down, but it's good to know. I have to keep that in mind when I build this board. My graphics are super slow. I apologize. Anyway, there's the back of the board. Go back around to the front of the board. Let's go order some of these up. Of course, I'm going to be ordering these from PCBWay, the major sponsor of this channel. But even if they weren't, I'd still be ordering from them because they do excellent work. This is their 8th year, and they're doing their 8th year anniversary celebration. Right now, you can get free coupons. Check this out. Anniversary sale. Check it out. PCB prototyping FR4. $5 for 10 pieces now. How about that? Right. Lucky draw. You could enter into win a prize here. All sorts of stuff. And if you go through there, you can see some of the people who have worked with PCBWay in the past. Check out some of their videos as well. All right, I'll get the boards ordered, and I'll see you in about a week. All right, the little boards are back. They're looking pretty good. So I've got one I've applied a little bit of Uncle Rob's Magic Solder Flux to the back. Yeah, we're going to get in here and get started. Guess the first thing we should do is put in the 317. I know I'm breaking my rule. Putting things in smallest to largest, but there's really nothing else to do here. Oh, right out of my hand. How about that? Try again. All right, there we go. Get that in there. All right, so pin 1 goes that way on this board. That ain't great. It'll work. Won't be any problems, but kind of hiding my graphics there. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not going to worry about it. We can always correct it on another iteration. I mean, nothing I can do about it now. Yeah, sometimes I ramble. What I'm trying to say. Get some good joints there. I'm going to bring you in closer. There's really nothing to see here. Just me soldering that, making sure there's no bridges. Yep, looks good. And then we'll trim, then move along. All right, let's put on our little voltage divider part here. Remember, the center pin is not connected. It's just the outer 2 holes. We'll probably do something to signify that. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet. So, because if we don't, you may rest assured that somebody will put the resistor into the unconnected center slot and then complain because the whole shebang is not working. So far, so good. Let's get this one in. And I'm using the blue tack again to hold things in place.
You can find the blue tack in just about any big department store. It's made for hanging posters, removable poster, hanging adhesive, removable adhesive, kind of thing like that. Okay, so now we need our test pin in the center. So we'll get that guy on there. And once again, blue tack to the rescue. See how that makes everything just a little bit easier. Now, if I only had this for milling machines, just blue tack some stuff in place and away you go. Yeah, I'm afraid that wouldn't work so well. We'll put in our input connector. We'll get that guy soldered on real quick. And all we need now is our output connector. I gotta go grab one. All right, here is our output connector. Put it in there like that. And we'll solder this guy on and we should be ready for testing. While I'm soldering, the views and everything's gone way down the last couple months. Like, I'm down almost $300 from where I was last year, which is making it very hard to continue to do this. So I have two options for you guys to help me if you're interested. The first option is the simplest. Let me tell you about that one. All right, option numero uno. If you go down to the description of this video or look up in the corner generally at like about the 2-minute mark, you'll see a box that'll take you to an Amazon link. Anything you buy through that link gives a little bit of money to the channel and doesn't cost you anything extra. The second thing is Patreon. If you're not a patron, please consider being one. $1 a month, that's all I ask. If you're a big spender, there's a $5 a month tier as well. Either one of those will help keep the channel going. Otherwise, I don't know. All right, let me get some resistors and see what we can do. All right, I think we have everything we need, including a couple of 470 ohm resistors, which we're going to put into our voltage divider. We're putting in 9 volts. So with 2 equal resistors, we should get approximately 4.5 volts out. I say approximately because you never know. These resistors might not be exactly 470 ohms. But everything seems to be in place. We can connect up our input power. Then we've got a load that we're going to put on it here. This is a 10 watt, 10 ohm power resistor. So we just slot them in there. So our 4.5 volts plus 1.25 volts should give us approximately 5.75 volts on the output here. Come on. There we go. So let's get everything connected. We are set for DC voltage. and power up. It is pulling 100 milliamps. And we're only getting like a volt out. What is wrong? Try it without our load. And we'll see if that makes any difference at all. I don't think it's going to. I think there's something inherently screwed up here. I'm not sure what. All right. Power on. And I'm getting 2.5 volts out when I think I should be getting 5.75. So what the heck is going on here? Let's check our divider. Huh. Our divider is not showing us what it should be showing us. Let's cut the power. Everything seems to be all right. And we can check our resistors. Resistor number 1, 465. Resistor number 2, 465. So they're doggone close. Let's try a different resistor, see if anything happens. All right. There's a couple of 1Ks. This don't make things better. I really don't know what the heck is going on. Get these guys in here. All right. Hook up our power again here. Everything wants to be difficult now, doesn't it? And that's about what we should be reading as resistance there, but that's interesting. All right, so we got here. And we'll power it up. Let's see what happens. Yep, that's where I expected us to be. I guess it just was those resistors weren't doing what they were supposed to do. Yeah, it's 200 millivolts lower than I expected, but kind of doing what I want it to now. Let's pull that one off of there and check our voltage here at the divider. Oh, voltage, yeah. Interesting. 1.3 volts. I don't know. I don't think I'm getting a good connection here. Very strange, but it's working. So I will talk this over with the teacher, Mr. Justin. We'll see what he thinks of it, and we'll go from there. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm open. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Big thanks to the patrons. Big thanks to PCB Way. Wouldn't be here without those guys. If you need PCBs made, give them a choice. As you can see, they do excellent, excellent work.